Hi, this is an introduction video about um, our grid that we're going to be working on. My grids are set up pretty similarly. Um, and since this is our first one, I wanted to make sure I gave you some information. Um, so the content statements we're going to look at, there's two. We're going to look at the relative patterns of motion and position of the Earth, Moon, and Sun. And we're going to specifically look at tides and moon phases for this grid. We're also going to look at the causes, what causes the patterns that we call seasons. So we're going to investigate those three things: the moon phases, the tides, and the seasons. Each grade will have different levels, a different number of levels. And we always start a grid at the very bottom level because that's the most basic, the easiest. So level one is going to be about define and recall. And this is not the final version of the grid, but I will have an instructional video about this level. I will have an instructional video about level two. Level one is basic, and you're going to notice that there are 5 boxes. Each are a learning opportunity. So we'll talk about each of those in depth during this instructional video here. But I just wanted to let you know we work through the whole entire level one first. And we ideally want to get to whatever level talks about the assessment. So we're trying to get everybody to level 4. Knowing that everybody works at a different speed, I'm going to have some people who work fast. And so I'll have some extension activities for them to learn more about some of the topics they're most interested in. And those students who are working a little slow, I'll make sure that I have as much time as I can provide them. Sometimes there are some time deadlines, and some of the students may need more time than I can provide them in class. So if that's the case, we have some alternatives for them, some suggestions. So I am here after school every day until 3 o'clock. Sometimes I have meetings, so it's always a good thing to check in with me. But if there's not enough time in class for you to get things done, then you can always stay after with me so I can answer questions and I can help guide you through things. Another opportunity, if you don't want to stay after school with me, is to do it at home after school. But there will be some critical time deadlines set up through here, and I'll make sure I give you advance notice so you can make sure you can schedule what you need. So level one, you're going to complete everything in order. So you're going to complete 1A first, then 1B, then 1C, then 1D. And then once you do that, you're going to complete 1E. It says prove your mastery. And if you'll notice, it's blue right there. So there's a video to explain it. But in short, 1E is a test that will go in the grade book. And the expectation is that you pass this with an 85% or higher. When you get to this one, you have to come and see me. We'll have a little chat. I'll give you the link for that particular test. You'll take that test, we'll write down your score, and I'll sign for it. If you get an 85% or higher, you're moving on to level 2, and you'll start working through level 2. If you don't pass 1E with an 85%, then we'll have a chat and we'll look at your strengths and your weaknesses and what you're struggling with. And there'll be some reteaching and some reinforcing and some additional work for you to practice those concepts with. And then we'll come back and have a chat. And if I think you're ready, you'll try the mastery quiz again. And you'll take it again. And so if you pass with an 85%, fabulous, you move on to level 2. Gosh, if the second time you don't pass, we'll go back again, do a retake contract. We'll talk again. We'll figure out another way to reteach and maybe reinforce some of those concepts. We'll come back together again, have a conversation, and we'll try it a third time. And we'll keep doing that until you pass with an 85%. We'll have a video for level 2. I'll have a video for level 3. Level 4 will be our test review and test, and some students will get to level 5, some students will not. Okay? So that's our introduction to the grid.